Acorns Drugs and Pharmaceuticals Limited, at the heart of healthcare solutions. Acorns manufactures a wide range of allopathic, Ayurvedic, herbal, nutraceuticals, cosmetics and veterinary formulations. In a short span, the Acorns Group has set up 11 world-class units with a vast portfolio covering all therapeutic segments and dosage forms. Acorns has become an icon of India's healthcare industry and is the largest manufacturing company of India. Acorns manufactures over 10% of India's total medicinal consumption. Acorns manufactures top ORG brands for all big pharma houses and multinational companies.
Discovering possibilities is a way of life at Glenmark. Whether it is regarding life, healthcare, or ways of bringing smiles on billions of faces. Discovering possibilities is our way of seeking excellence in each of our endeavors, be it in our philosophy toward research or the development that follows. Discovering possibilities is also our mantra, to persist with our efforts and our quest for global excellence. Glenmark, a new way for a new world. At Glenmark, we believe in going the extra mile to discover possibilities. Glenmark's groundbreaking drug discovery and development efforts are targeted towards therapeutic areas that represent significant unmet medical needs. Glenmark has a strong pipeline of specialty products and novel molecules, both new chemical entities and new biological entities in various stages of clinical development. Most of its active substances are first in class globally. In pursuit of our mission of enriching lives, Glenmark's branded formulations business has grown from strength to strength, and today the company impacts over 100 million people in 60 countries from Asia right to Latin America, with a significant presence in markets like India, Russia, and Brazil. The formulations business has been setting new standards and creating global centers of excellence in therapeutic areas like oncology, dermatology, and respiratory. Born out of a vision of making high-quality, affordable healthcare a reality for all, Glenmark's generics business is now beginning to make a considerable impact across the globe. Glenmark is a leading generics organization in the United States with a strong presence in niche segments and a robust portfolio of products that is constantly growing, with ANDA filings and approvals from the US FDA. Glenmark is fast expanding in markets of the European Union, with UK and Germany being the focus markets. Glenmark's API business expands across 80 countries, including regulated markets like the United States, Europe, and Japan. Our vision is to be a preferred partner with leading global generic companies by supporting alliances through advanced process chemistry skills and intellectual property. We are constantly building on our global capabilities, which are evident from our state-of-the-art R&D centers, manufacturing facilities, intellectual properties, and an unwavering commitment to the international quality and compliance standards. 17 manufacturing facilities across the globe, offices in over 40 countries, and 6 R&D centers. A clear testament of our cutting-edge research work is our patents for over 700 inventions, covering innovations in the field of new biological entities, new chemical entities, API, formulations, and NDDS. Our fully networked IT infrastructure also enables us to effectively share ideas, monitor progress, and maximize productivity. It's capabilities like these that have ensured that Glenmark's products reach out to countries across the globe. Glenmark firmly believes that its strength lies within the diverse cultures, backgrounds, skills, and experience of its global workforce, which comprises over 12,000 professionals. Transcending all cultural barriers, our people operate in an integrated manner to provide the creative strength and energy to our business, and have a critical role to play in achieving our strategic objectives in today's rapidly changing environment. Apart from teamwork, the values that bind this precious workforce from over 60 nationalities are achievement, respect, and knowledge. Values such as these have taken Glenmark to be among the top 75 pharmaceutical companies of the world. Scrip, the world's leading pharma and biotech magazine, conferred Glenmark with 2 global recognitions. Our CSR activities through the Glenmark Foundation are largely focused towards improving child health. Our employees, through volunteering their time and effort, have also positively impacted communities surrounding them. Glenmark endeavors to enrich lives, not just by finding innovative cures for unmet medical needs, but also by direct involvement in making a difference to people's lives. An organization committed to discovering possibilities to excel and determined to enrich the lives of billions worldwide. Glenmark, a new way for a new world.
ça va?
¿Cómo estás?
See the world not for what it is, but for what it could be. Raise your view of what we humans can do. At our healthiest, we can set our sights past can't. Stride over the barriers to our fullest lives. We can perform extraordinary feats of vitality. Live not just longer, but better. In mind, body, and community. We can be our maximized selves. Unlimited. Unstoppable. At our healthiest, we can act on this vision. We can make possibility a reality for each and every one of us. All humans, in all places, in all aspects and stages of life. Abbott has long been in the business of life, creating more possibilities for more people through the power of health. But this business is not about reflecting on past achievements. It is about relentlessly pursuing new ones. At our healthiest, we can unlock all that life has to offer. Life to the fullest.
Acorns Drugs and Pharmaceuticals Limited, at the heart of healthcare solutions. Acorns manufactures a wide range of allopathic, Ayurvedic, herbal, nutraceuticals, cosmetics and veterinary formulation. In a short span, the Acorns Group has set up 11 world-class units with a vast portfolio covering all therapeutic segments and dosage forms. Acorns has become an icon of India's healthcare industry and is the largest manufacturing company of India. Acorns manufactures over 10% of India's total medicinal consumption. Acorns manufactures top ORG brands for all big pharma houses and multinational companies.
मेहुल वहां पे वो है फिर रघु रघु चलेंगे मुझे बता दो
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
A new way for a new world. At Glenmark, we believe in going the extra mile to discover possibilities. Glenmark's groundbreaking drug discovery and development efforts are targeted towards therapeutic areas that represent significant unmet medical needs. Glenmark has a strong pipeline of specialty products and novel molecules, both new chemical entities and new biological entities in various stages of clinical development. Most of its active substances are first in class globally. In pursuit of our mission of enriching lives, Glenmark's branded formulations business has grown from strength to strength. And today, the company impacts over 100 million people in 60 countries from Asia right to Latin America, with a significant presence in markets like India, Russia, and Brazil. The formulations business has been setting new standards and creating global centers of excellence in therapeutic areas like oncology, dermatology, and respiratory. Born out of a vision of making high-quality, affordable healthcare a reality for all, Glenmark's generics business is now beginning to make a considerable impact across the globe. Glenmark is a leading generics organization in the United States with a strong presence in niche segments and a robust portfolio of products that is constantly growing, with ANDA filings and approvals from the US FDA. Glenmark is fast expanding in markets of the European Union, with UK and Germany being the focus markets. Glenmark's API business expands across 80 countries, including regulated markets like the United States, Europe, and Japan. Our vision is to be a preferred partner with leading global generic companies by supporting alliances through advanced process chemistry skills and intellectual property. We are constantly building on our global capabilities, which are evident from our state-of-the-art R&D centers, manufacturing facilities, intellectual properties, and an unwavering commitment to the international quality and compliance standards. 17 manufacturing facilities across the globe, offices in over 40 countries, and 6 R&D centers. A clear testament of our cutting-edge research work is our patents for over 700 inventions, covering innovations in the field of new biological entities, new chemical entities, API, formulations, and NDDS. Our fully networked IT infrastructure also enables us to effectively share ideas, monitor progress, and maximize productivity. It's capabilities like these that have ensured that Glenmark's products reach out to countries across the globe. Glenmark firmly believes that its strength lies within the diverse cultures, backgrounds, skills, and experience of its global workforce, which comprises over 12,000 professionals. Transcending all cultural barriers, our people operate in an integrated manner to provide the creative strength and energy to our business, and have a critical role to play in achieving our strategic objectives in today's rapidly changing environment. Apart from teamwork, the values that bind this precious workforce from over 60 nationalities are achievement, respect, and knowledge. Values such as these have taken Glenmark to be among the top 75 pharmaceutical companies of the world. Scrip, the world's leading pharma and biotech magazine, conferred Glenmark with 2 global recognitions. Our CSR activities through the Glenmark Foundation are largely focused towards improving child health. Our employees, through volunteering their time and effort, have also positively impacted communities surrounding them. Glenmark endeavors to enrich lives, not just by finding innovative cures for unmet medical needs, but also by direct involvement in making a difference to people's lives. An organization committed to discovering possibilities to excel and determined to enrich the lives of billions worldwide. Glenmark, a new way for a new world.
estás?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Look up. See the world not for what it is, but for what it could be. Raise your view of what we humans can do. At our healthiest, we can set our sights past can't. Stride over the barriers to our fullest lives. We can perform extraordinary feats of vitality. Live not just longer, but better. In mind, body, and community. We can be our maximized selves. Unlimited. Unstoppable. At our healthiest, we can act on this vision. We can make possibility a reality for each and every one of us. All humans, in all places, in all aspects and stages of life. Abbott has long been in the business of life, creating more possibilities for more people through the power of health. But this business is not about reflecting on past achievements. It is about relentlessly pursuing new ones. At our healthiest, we can unlock all that life has to offer. Life to the fullest.
Acorns Drugs and Pharmaceuticals Limited, at the heart of healthcare solutions. Acorns manufactures a wide range of allopathic, Ayurvedic, herbal, nutraceuticals, cosmetics and veterinary formulations. In a short span, the Acorns Group has set up 11 world-class units with a vast portfolio covering all therapeutic segments and dosage forms. Acorns has become an icon of India's healthcare industry and is the largest manufacturing company of India. Acorns manufactures over 10% of India's total medicinal consumption. Acorns manufactures top ORG brands for all big pharma houses and multinational companies.
At Glenmark, we believe in going the extra mile to discover possibilities.
Namaskar and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May I please request everyone to kindly settle down, take their respective seats, and also, if I may, request everybody to kindly switch off your mobile phones or put it on the silent mode during the entire proceedings of today's inaugural session and also for the sessions thereafter. Ladies and gentlemen, in the wake of the recent tragedy that the entire country is reeling under, we deeply mourn the loss of our beloved and extremely brave martyrs. We send our prayers and best wishes to them and their bereaved families. Today, also, as we commence the inaugural session, we deeply miss the presence of a noble personality who has been a guiding force for us. India Pharma was conceived under his leadership, an able administrator and a people's person. His presence is deeply missed both by the state and the country. Today, we fondly remember our Honorable Minister, Shri Anant Kumar. Ladies and gentlemen, may we request everyone to kindly observe a moment of silence in remembrance of our martyrs. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, I am Sanati Pani, extending a very warm welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen, to India Pharma 2019, the 4th International Conference on Pharmaceutical Industry and the Medical Device Industry, which is being organized by the Department of Pharmaceuticals, Government of India, in collaboration with FICCI. Ladies and gentlemen, on this momentous occasion, may we request you to warmly welcome our esteemed guests and dignitaries and request our esteemed dignitaries to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the gracious presence of Shri D.V. Sadananda Gowda, Honorable Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India with us. A very warm welcome to you, sir. May I please request you to join us. I extend a very warm welcome to Shri Mansukh L. Mandavia, Honorable Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers, Road Transport and Highways and Shipping, Government of India, requesting him to also join us. We are joined by the gracious presence of Shri K.J. George, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Scale Industries, Government of Karnataka, Shri Shivananda Patil, Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Government of Karnataka. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a very warm and hearty welcome to our honorable ministers. May I warmly welcome and invite on stage our esteemed dignitaries, Shri Jay Priya Prakash, Secretary Pharmaceuticals, Department of Pharmaceuticals and the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India, Shri Navdeep Rinva, Joint Secretary Pharmaceuticals, the Department of Pharmaceuticals and Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India, Srimati Shubhra Singh, Chairperson of the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority, Shri Javed Akhtar, Principal Secretary, Health, Government of Karnataka. Shri Gaurav Gupta, Principal Secretary, Industries, Government of Karnataka. Shri PHARMA, former Secretary, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Dr. S. Iswara Reddy, Drug Controller General of India from the Central Drug Standard Control Organization, Government of India. Dr. Henk Bekkedam, WHO Representative. Shri Dilip Shenoy, Secretary General from FICCI. Shri S. Sridhar, Chair, FICCI Pharma Committee. Shri Badri Iyengar, Chair, FICCI Medical Device Committee. Shri Rajneesh Tingle, Joint Secretary, Pharmaceuticals, Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India. Shri Deepnath Roy Chaudhary, President, Indian Drugs Manufacturers Association. Shri Anna Swami Vaidesh, President, Organization for Pharmaceutical Producers of India. Shri B.R. Sikri, Vice Chairman of the Federation of Pharma Entrepreneurs. Shri Sunil Atavar, President, Karnataka Drugs and Pharmaceuticals Manufacturers Association. Srimati Neerja Saraf, Managing Director of the Karnataka Antibiotics and Pharmaceutical Limited. Srimati Samina Wazirali, Executive Vice Chairman of Cipla Limited. Shri Ravi Uday Bhaskar, Director General, Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council. Shri Javed Zia, Vice President of ABIT. Srimati Ritu Dhillon, Member Secretary, NPPA. Shri Pranav Amin, Co-Chair of the FICCI Pharma Committee. Shri Shashi Kumar, Co-Chair, FICCI Medical Devices Committee. And Shri Pavan Chaudhary, Director General, MTI. May I also invite Shri Gaurav Gupta, Principal Secretary, Industries, Government of Karnataka. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request everyone to extend a very warm and hearty welcome to all our distinguished and esteemed guests on the dais, and I also extend a very warm welcome to everyone who has joined us today for this program. Ladies and gentlemen, as we commence the formal proceedings of the inaugural session, we would like to firstly welcome our honorable guests with a uttariya and a rose. May I welcome Mr. Mandeep Bhandaria to please join us on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly to the honors, I will request Shri Navdeep Rinva, Joint Secretary, to please welcome our esteemed chief guest, Shri Sadanand Gowda ji. We are welcoming with the traditional uttariya and a rose as a welcome gesture. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your gracious presence. May I request Mr. Navdeep Rinva to also welcome Honorable Minister Shri Mansukh Mandavia ji. Thank you. May I now request Shri Rajneesh Tingle ji to please come on and welcome our Honorable Ministers, Shri Shivananda Patil ji. Requesting welcoming Honorable Minister Shri K.J. George. May I now invite Shri Sridhar ji and Shri Badri Iyengar ji to kindly welcome our dignitaries in the front row. May I please invite Mr. Mandeep Bhandaria ji and Mr. Rajiv Nath to please join us on stage. Requesting Mr. Mandeep Bhandaria ji and Mr. Rajiv Nath to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please do join me as we welcome our esteemed dignitaries on the dais with a traditional uttariya and presenting a rose flower as a welcome gesture. as we continue with our welcome gesture for our esteemed dignitaries on the front row. Thank you. May I now invite Shri Javed Jia and Shri Pranav Amin along with Shri V. Sashikumar to please welcome our dignitaries in the second row. Ladies and gentlemen, requesting everyone to please continue with the applause as we welcome our esteemed dignitaries in the second row. Thank you. May I please request Shri Dilip Shenoy to kindly welcome our FICCI chairs and co-chairs. Requesting Mr. Shenoy to kindly do the honors in welcoming our FICCI chairs and co-chairs. Thank you, Mr. Shenoy. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know that it is customary in the Indian tradition to commence new and auspicious beginnings with the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. May I firstly request all our honorable ministers present here to do the honors of lighting the ceremonial lamp and requesting esteemed dignitaries to also join in the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. दीप ज्योति परम ब्रह्मा दीप ज्योति जनार्दन दीप में हरे तु पापम दीप ज्योति नमस्तुते. Thank you, Honorable Ministers, esteemed dignitaries, for the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. May we request you to kindly take your respective seats. Ladies and gentlemen, India Pharma 2019 and the India Medical Device Conference is an endeavor of the Government of India to provide affordable and quality healthcare to the citizens of the country, and also to encourage Make in India while safeguarding the interests of the domestic and international MNC manufacturers. The annual India Pharma and India Medical Device Conference of the Department of Pharmaceuticals is a flagship event which serves as a platform where policymakers and the industry come together to discuss the way forward for the growth of the pharmaceutical and medical device industry in particular, in the healthcare sector in general. Over 150 CEOs of the pharma and medical device industry will be participating at this forum. The international drug regulators from 10 countries will be attending the event for an interaction with the Indian drug regulators and the industry regulator officers. The state drug regulators from within the country will be participating in the regulatory session and will interact with the regulator heads of the pharmaceutical manufacturers. Ambassadors and commercial councillors of more than 30 countries will have close interaction with the Government of India and also with the participating industry. Ladies and gentlemen, with these words, I would like to now invite Sri Jai Pre Prakash, Secretary Pharmaceuticals in the Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India, requesting him to kindly make the opening address.
Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you to this edition of India Pharma and Medical Devices Conference. Dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries representing various territories, both internationally and within the nations, and all others present. On behalf of Department of Pharmaceuticals, I welcome you all to the 4th edition of India Pharma and Medical Devices. This had started in 2015, and this is the 4th edition of that. It has established itself as an annual event of the department, an important event which guides the policy directions of the department. After the deliberations that we will have with you during these 2 days, some points will emerge which will be on the department's agenda for the year to come. In this event, all relevant government stakeholders, industry leaders, international regulators, domestic regulators, and academic community, all of them join together to identify ways to further strengthen and further give an impetus to the growth of this sector. This year, the theme of the event is affordable quality healthcare. All our sessions and conference are aligned with this theme. The key activities planned over the 2 days of conference are, we'll have just after this, CEOs Forum of Pharmaceutical and Medical Device Industry separately. We'll have an interaction with the state drug regulators. This time we are seeing representation from all major drug producing states of India. I think 15 of the state drug regulators are present here. Then we have international drug regulators meet of 7 countries from where the representation has been received, that is Russia, Kenya, United Kingdom, Malaysia, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, and Uzbekistan. I extend a very warm welcome to all our state drug regulators and the international regulators who have gathered here to actively participate in the interactive session with the regulators, and I'll urge them to avail of this opportunity. We also have a plenary session by the World Health Organization, which will provide the participants with information on important developments and updates on the WHO pre-qualification program. I specifically urge the MSME and SME companies present here today to take advantage of this opportunity. Once again, I welcome you all and look forward to a fruitful interaction over the next 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri Prakash, for your warm opening address and setting the context for the conference. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now invite next Shri S. Sridhar, Chair, FICCI Pharma Committee, to kindly deliver the pharmaceutical industry address.
Honorable Union Minister for Chemical and Fertilizers, Statistics, Program Implementation, Shri Gauraji. Honorable Union Minister of State for Chemical and Fertilizer, Road Transport, Highways and Shipping, Mandaviyaji. All dignitaries on the dais, all the guests, the audience, and the industry friends. It's indeed an honor for me as the chair of FICCI Pharmaceutical Committee to welcome you all to the 4th edition of the India Pharma and India Medical Devices Conference 2019, the 4th such conference in the last few years. In the beautiful garden city of Bangalore and completed new venue this year. I would like to begin the address by paying tribute to our beloved late Sri Anand Kumarji. It was just about a year ago, we shared the same stage out here where we heard him speak with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. His loss is just a loss for our industry, but indeed for our nation. The year 2018 has been one of the slow but a steady recovery for the industry. After a difficult period, the domestic pharmaceutical industry is regaining its past levels and is now growing at around 11.5%, after falling to an 8-year low of about 5.4%. If the operating environment continues to be stable, we are hoping to sustain the growth in 2019 as well. India currently is seeing a new beginning in the area of healthcare. With Ayushman Bharat, India has launched the world's largest government-funded healthcare program, providing health coverage to close to 40% of the country's population. A landmark initiative that has the potential to turn around the healthcare status of the entire nation. As an industry, we believe in universal healthcare at affordable price for all Indian citizens. This is a long-term plan and requires joint efforts of the government, industry, and other stakeholders to collectively own this vision of universal healthcare goal. Universal healthcare is not possible if the entirety of the patient healthcare journey is not covered. We believe that all elements to cover this full journey, that's pre-institution, medicines, and inpatient care and post-operative care, are all should be in place through various government initiatives. The Ayushman Bharat program provides adequate cover and support for institutional care. Through health and wellness centers component, the program aims to strengthen primary care level. Our own Department of Pharmaceuticals must be applauded for the game-changing Jan Aushadhi program. Through its presence in multiple districts and multiple shops, the program covers drugs in the non-institution settings. The true vision of universal health care would be to integrate all three elements together to provide a seamless support to patients that are indeed in need of support from the government and industry alike. We believe the pharma industry can play a big role in making this vision come true. We all understand that India is in fact many countries in one, with multiple economic strata of population in a heterogeneous mix. This means that the access and affordability priorities differ from across these multiple segments of our population. We believe the time has come for our policies to provide for a differentiated access and affordability offerings catering to specific needs of these segments. One price fits all solution does not address these segments' specific needs. For a segment for which affordability is a true barrier, given the pharmaceutical industry's operational skills and capabilities, the pharma industry can significantly strengthen the government programs. With the right policy measures, we can help make Jan Aushadhi and Ayushman Bharat even more successful. We can provide quality drugs and reliable supplies at a lower price that these programs need, while addressing the private market through price points driven by competition. For this to succeed, the government on its part must believe in the industry and in the fact that the welfare of this industry is intrinsically tied to the country's desire to provide universal health care. On its part, the industry must look to incorporating a welfare approach into its own business model, a way in which a commercial success and affordable access to medicines can be pursued as concurrent priorities. This needs to be a new beginning, like a Jan Aushadhi program and Ayushman initiatives. For quality universal health care, a number of initiatives are needed. A lot of them are much work in progress, and last few years, a lot of positive improvements have happened. Firstly, the standard of care must significantly be improved. This can be addressed by augmenting hard infrastructure through larger number of secondary and tertiary care facilities and soft capabilities through larger number of healthcare professionals entering the field. Standard of quality manufacturing must improve. CDSCO is making tireless efforts to enhance quality standards in our country. We believe it is time for us to really have a standard universal manufacturing standards. FICCI has published an article which says, revolution by use of artificial intelligence and advanced analytics in pharmaceuticals, and a step towards application of AI in pharma. In addition to standard operating practices, the newer technologies, digital, AI, these are the newer things for the industry to adopt much faster, and industry needs to be progressive in adopting these changes. Ladies and gentlemen, FICCI has been working closely with the Department of Pharmaceuticals on various initiatives in this direction, and wish to continue the same. We are happy to organize the 4th edition of India Pharma 2019 and India Device 2019. Aligning the PM's vision, the India Pharma 2019 and the medical devices, the theme, enabling affordable, quality healthcare, is a step in this direction with a strong commitment of the industry towards enabling accessibility of quality medicines at affordable prices to the common man patients. The two-day deliberations in this conference, I'm sure, will provide necessary recommendation to all stakeholders to help India remain a leader in pharmaceuticals. India Pharma and India Medical Device 2019 is not only a conference. It aspires to serve the platform for idea generation and think tank of pharmaceutical medical device industry to brainstorm and develop growth path of this important segment of the Indian economy. I wish you all a fruitful, productive engagement during these 3 days. With this, I would once again thank all the dignitaries on the dais and the industry representatives and welcome you all to the 4th edition of the India Pharma and Medical Devices 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Sridhar, for giving us an insight into the pharmaceutical industry, its initiatives as well as its goals. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now invite Shri Badri Iyengar, who's the chair of the FICCI Medical Device Committee, requesting him to kindly share the medical industry address with us.
Good morning, all. Welcome to the dignitaries on the stage. and the dignitaries and the participants who have joined in for the 4th edition of the India Pharma and Indian Medical Devices Forum. India is creating history in healthcare, and on its road to universal healthcare, the first stop of which is PMJAY. As we hold discussion parleys over the next 2 days on various topics linked to the same, Harvard would be witnessing NHA's presentation on the largest insurance policy rolled out since September 18 in the next 2 days, covering double the population of the US and almost serving close to 40-45% of the India's poor, unserved and underserved people. It's a matter of national pride for all of us to witness and experience this transformation and the journey towards universal healthcare. However, as we move from PMJAY version 1, which was formulated almost a year back, to universal healthcare, we may want to look at a bridging policy, which may be a PMJAY version 2, to assess progressively areas of improvements in the policy framework needed to support this initiative to deliver sustainable quality outcomes to patients. I'll take this opportunity to constructively talk about a few points which would be a win-win for the industry and government to deliver quality healthcare. So if you look at the current piece of how the demand is being addressed, the supply side of healthcare needs to be equally looked at once the PMJAY is on its way to ensure that it moves to universal healthcare. And if you look at the number of stakeholders from the industry, there are about 6 or 7 stakeholders, which is the healthcare insurance, health providers, pharmaceuticals, med devices, diagnostics, and private equity. And on the other hand, we have stakeholders like the NPPA, DOP, Ministry of Chemicals, Fertilizers, CDSCO, MOH, BIS, NHA, DTAB, NITI. It's probably important at this point of time maybe to look at a unified healthcare regulator which could speak to both the arms on the industry as well as on the government side, and create a one window for the ease of doing business to be able to ensure that from facilitation of ease of doing business, similar to what you find in the aviation industry or what you find in the health insurance industry, this would ensure that the industry, which is at a nascent stage, med device industry is just about close to $6 billion in India and has the potential to propel. And for it to propel, I think it's important to have a unified body which should take it forward, coordinating with both sides of the industry as well as with the government. The other piece, other than ease of doing business, is around Skill India. I think the Allied and Healthcare Professional Bill, which was tabled in the Parliament on December 31st, this could be a single largest game changer in the healthcare sector, and participation of the healthcare industry and the government would be critical together on this front. Skill India could substantially cover for some of the personal-related or doctor-related gaps in the healthcare sector that we see in PMJAY and also in the universal healthcare through industry participation, along with supporting environment and policies for private participation, which would go a long way to truly deliver healthcare. As we talk, I think there are sessions that are going to be done on how do we kind of look at the skill part, but most important piece, as Sridhar also pointed out, is for the industry to be sustainable, it's important that the current PMJAY price points are considered instead of taking one size fits all. And that's some of the recommendations that has been provided. We think India is at an important phase of healthcare transformation, and an inclusive, predictable, transparent environment for businesses to assure stability would go a long way on win-win partnerships to make healthcare work, to make in India, and deliver great patient outcomes. So with that, I again welcome all of you for a constructive dialogue and a discussion to shape the future of what this country is headed towards in universal healthcare. And we would request the government to kind of consider the policy framework that is needed based on the interactions and decide a way forward ahead. Yeah, thank you very much.